When I first started this agency thing, I thought it was going to be really easy. And what happened is I thought I was going to have the BMW. I was 17 years old. I thought by my 18th birthday, I would have the BMW i8. I'd be making multiple six figures a month and I'd be driving around and doing all this cool things. But it didn't quite happen like that. 3 years went by. I booked maybe 3 to 4 meetings in total. And then in 2020, that's when things started changing up for me. That's when I actually started getting my first clients on board. 3 years after I started getting my first clients. Ended up scaling my agency to doing multiple six figures, working with women's fashion brands and e-commerce. And if I look back at my trajectory, it's very clear to me why in those first 3 years I barely made any like actual big moves, any progress. But then in the next couple years that followed, that's where I was able to scale my agency, start my second business, and keep moving in that direction. So that's what I'm going to walk you through in today's video. And really, what was the transition? How did I change things? And before I get started, my name is Reece. If you don't know who I am, as I said, I grew my own agency to multiple six figures. Nowadays, I own Agency Surge, where we help other agencies grow their agency with more predictability. And my company mission, my growth, is to make the agency growth journey simple and easy for you, because I believe that it is. And again, in this video, I'm going to show you why I believe that it's actually easy to grow an agency. And specifically, obviously, the title, why growing an agency is difficult, but obviously how you can make it easy. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, what I want to look at is there's a few different things. The first thing is just people overcomplicate it. I think what happened for me is growing up, there was this glamorization of owning a business. People were like, yeah, it's so cool, you own a business, and then you're the big guy and you're in the lead. And so it sounds really exciting, but at the same time, it creates this thing where you feel like you need so much. And especially when I was building my agency at 17 years old, I was just coming from school where I was taught that things aren't easy and things are tough in terms of you've got to learn all of this stuff before you can get started. Like, if you think about it, if we go back to school, it's constant learning for like 9 months, and then you do exams at the end of the year or something along those lines, depending on how your schooling system works. But essentially that's the case, is that you just learn for a long period with like little tests in between, leading up to this big final thing at the end. And what happens if you come into the business space and you're bringing that perspective, what's going to happen is that you're going to overcomplicate everything, and you're going to feel like you need to know everything to start. Because in school, you needed to know everything to do the exam, and the exam was like the big thing that you're working for. Whereas in business, that's not how it goes. Every day is the big thing. Every day is the thing. Like it's just, you build on top step by step every single day, that you keep taking action, you keep growing, you keep hitting the next level. That's how the agency works. It's like this kind of curve where like each time it builds on top of each other, and then it starts getting like, now at this point you've built so much that it starts going quicker. It's exponential. So it starts low here, and you look like at the beginning you're not making a lot of progress, but you are. It's just a little bit slower. And you just go, and then you go, and there's more, and then suddenly it's shooting up. That's the type of way that business works. It's not linear like it is in school. Your success and your growth is not linear as it is in school, where you're just, you do something for a certain months and you have this big exam, and then you get to learn more, slightly more difficult things, and then you have another big exam, and then like you just keep going that way. It's not how it works in business. In business, you keep building up on top of each other. But a lot of people overcomplicate it, and they feel like they need to know everything before they get started. I'm guilty of this myself. In those first 3 years between 2017 and kind of midway through 2020, I was going through these courses, I was learning the courses, but what I would always do, although the person that owned the course would say at the beginning, hey, take action as you go through, I would just be like, well, no, I need to know everything, so I'm just going to watch it all first. And then I would spend like six to 8 weeks just watching this course and learning everything, because I was doing it alongside my 9 to 5 and my college. And then I would go have to, do whatever I'd have to do to kind of like complete the course just to learn it. And then once I've learned it, I'm like, okay, I didn't actually remember any of this. So now I need to go back. Now I need to go back through all of the things that I learned and make sure that I actually know how to apply it, which is just not the way to do business. Business, you have to do practically. You have to go, if you're picking up a course, you have to learn the thing and then implement it right away. That's the way that you learn, and better, better and more important, that's the way that you grow. Because if you don't implement it, nothing's happening. It's not this school thing where you're saving up for, you're building up all of this knowledge for a big exam at the end of the year. So a lot of people, there's actually multiple facets to this point that I'm making. There's the fact that people overcomplicate it by thinking that they overcomplicate it, and they think that they need to know everything to get started, which is just not the case. You're going to learn so much more by practically doing the work. And then the next point of that is just thinking that building a business is like other things in life. It's like thinking that you can bring stuff from school into business, and thinking that with business you just got to learn. Whereas like it's not true. There are people that are, less smart than me making more than I am, and there are people smarter than me making more than I am. Of course, it's like you got to dumb it down. I think for me, like I came from a school background where I didn't do very good in school. And then I felt like I almost had to prove it to myself and prove it to the world that I was smart. So I started learning all of these big, complicated, tough topics. But by doing that, I just overcomplicated the process and just made it really difficult, thinking that I was almost just like gathering this information for a big exam at the end of the year. But that exam has never came. It doesn't come. You don't get tested. The test that you get is by you doing the work each day. Is you learning something and going out there and implementing it and doing the work. But a lot of people think that they can bring this thing from school or wherever into life, into business, and it's just not how it works, right? They think that they can take it slow and easy, thinking that, hey, if I learn something today, the thing that I learned today is going to be applicable next month. It's not true. Like the landscape changes so quickly. Of course, there are fundamentals and principles that will always stick around. And of course, you want to focus on learning the fundamentals and principles that will stay. But you got to understand that just thinking to yourself, oh, I'll do this later, or, well, I can just do this a year from now. It's not the case. You're going to be tested every single day. That is the way that it works in business. It's not this big exam at the end of the year. And the other side of that is like just other things in life. You got to realize that the business is not you. Now, a lot of people start the business out of a place of ego where they want their business to be better than they am, and better than they are. They think that the business is like gonna carry them in life, almost like, because they're gonna be cool because they've got a business. And I think I'm even guilty of this a little bit myself. As I said, I had an insecurity around intelligence, and I felt maybe by becoming smarter I would be able to fix that. And I guess in some case I did. I know that I'm smart now, but I just realized it wasn't because I wasn't applying myself correctly. I wasn't interested in the stuff in school. But the point is, people treat their business as an extension of themselves, and this creates very big issues, because then they start applying their emotions to business. They start thinking, oh, I'm not going to follow up with these people because I don't want to annoy them. Like, your business doesn't have the emotions that you do. If you're taking everything that you feel and you're applying that to your business is not going to grow unless you change, right? And the reason that those first 3 years I wasn't succeeding, I mean, there was a multitude of different things, but part of it is because I was just like involving my emotions too much. I was just too concerned. What would happen if I get my first client? What would happen if I didn't get them results? What would happen if this and that? All of these hypotheticals that had no proof and no reason that it would actually happen in the first place, I was creating in my brain. And it was teaching me not to do the work because I was just involving my ego and involving myself too much. I was worried about how people would think about me. I was thinking, well, what if I don't get my clients results? Then they're going to think this or that about me and whatever. And so I never actually did the work. I just didn't do the work as consistently as I needed to get the results that I wanted to achieve. So you got to understand that your business is not you. It is not an extension of you. Right? It's a separate entity. When you're registering a business, they get it clear on paper that you're registering a business that is a separate entity. It is not you. You and your business are not the same. But people don't really quite grasp this. They don't quite understand. But when you really do understand that you and your business are not the same thing, you're just like the face of the business, big changes can happen. Big changes. Like, I give an example. Like, when I was working back at my 9 to 5 and I walk in the day and my manager says, Reece, you've got to go ahead and call all of these leads. Like, there's no arguing. You just call the leads. Even if you don't know what to say, like, you just do it. But like, let's be real with each other here. I'm sure that there's been at least a day or two, or maybe every day, depending on who's watching this right now, where you know that you've got to contact some leads one day, but you don't do it because you're like, like same thing I said before about trying to perfect it, over perfect it, trying to get perfect, trying to make it 100%. and then you just don't do the work. Whereas if you've got a job, you go in and you do the work because it tells you to do. You know, the manager, you walk in the day, the manager says, hey, Reece, call up these leads. You call up the leads. That's your job. You got to do it. You got to understand that the agency is the same thing. So instead of you just trying to, the difference there, by the way, is that when I was working the 9 to 5, is I was doing it on behalf of the company. So I felt like, you know, my name wasn't, sure, I had a little badge on my chest that said my name, but I didn't really feel like the business was me. So when I was working at the job, I was able to do these more difficult things that pushed me out my comfort zone because I had to do it because it was my job. But you got to realize that the business is the same thing. Your business, your agency is not you. It's not you. So these same things that I had when it came to my 9 to 5, the same thing applies. This is your job. Do your job. Separate your emotion. It doesn't make sense. Just do what you got to do, and then that's it. You understand? So that's what you got to do. And then also just like having a clear focus and a clear plan. Like the same thing when it comes to this job is that it's easy to work a job because you just walk, like for me at least, I walked in, I was working at a tile shop. We like retail. It was like retail / sales, but it was mostly retail with a bit of manual labor. And I would walk in, and the first thing, like when you get there in the day, there's like a little checklist. There was a little checklist that the manager provided, which is like a job list with all of the jobs that you got to do. So I would just walk in, I would look at this list, it would say Reece, and then it would say like call your leads, and then it would say Reece, sweep the shop floor, and it would say like Reece, grab all of these tiles and move them from one side of the floor to the other side of the shop floor. Like just pointless stuff that didn't make any sense, but I would have to do it. If it said clean the toilets, you do it. Even if you don't want to do it, even if it makes you uncomfortable, you do it. This is one thing that you can apply to business. This is one thing that you can take and realize that just like you working that job at the tile shop and you're doing things that you don't particularly want to do, it's exactly the same. Okay? Just because it's your job now, like don't try to disassociate with the ego here. Try and see that your business is not you and that you've got to do stuff for your business that's going to make you uncomfortable. You know, if you don't like being in front of camera like this, you got to realize, well, hey, the business needs it. Today, I didn't know what this video was going to be about. I just knew that today's Friday, I got to get a video up. That was it. So I made it happen. Just like that, okay? The last thing is sticking to the rules. People think that this social media marketing agency thing, like there's this specific set of rules. Like there are no rules in this game of life, and there's no rules when it comes to business. And I think entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs because they don't like rules in the first place and they want to break them a little bit. I think that's pretty natural, but you got to realize that there are no rules, right? The social media marketing agency, you are just a service-based business. That's it. You solve people's problems. You're a service-based business. Step out of this, like people are trying to fit into this again, set of rules and feel like so there's some restrictions. Like you don't need to be restricted in the way that you do business. You can bring out your inner creativity and do things the way that you want to do it. Now that said, of course, you're going to succeed better if you're following a proven plan. So like when people work with me, I give them a proven plan, I give them the proven systems, and I tell them, hey, do this today. And then every day, every week, every month, I tell them exactly what they need to do so they can just get on and just do it. And they've got the systems to just do it. It makes it a lot simpler, a lot easier. But we've got to understand still that there's got to be an element there of you bringing out your own creativity and actually doing things that feel right with you. You know, and doing this business because you want to do it and because you're actually interested in what you're doing. And by doing that, the way that I position it is that you should be able to work on the weekends. And like public holidays, they don't matter to you when you are a business owner. Aside from like the really serious stuff, like maybe Christmas Day, you know, if you celebrate Christmas. So it's just like, there are no rules. And you got to be creative with it and have fun with it. If you're not having fun with it, there's probably something wrong. You know, there's gonna be some parts of the business that's not fun and that takes you out of your comfort zone. As I said, you just got to separate your emotion for those parts. If it means that the business grows, that's the only important thing. Because you're working for the business, you are not the business. Okay. Now, if you are an agency owner and you're looking for a more consistent and predictable way to get clients for your agency, click the first link in the description below. It's a video that tells you a little bit more about what it is that we do, how we help people, the results we've achieved, and so on and so forth. If you would like help, click the link. If not, that's totally fine. Just click the subscribe button instead so you can keep watching these videos. I post them for free, so you can go ahead, take this information, make some money, and then maybe consider us working together one-on-one to help you take things to the next level. So if you want that, click the link. If not, click subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video.